Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Rewind That. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I go live and when I upload videos like this one. All right, guys, we are going to be talking about BMF Season 2, Episode number 1, called Family Dinner. So far, we only have 3 people in the building, but that's okay because we're going to get right into the episode. I am very tired, so I do want to chat it up with y'all, but I want to get this done so that I can relax. Hey, Eric and Moochie, if you're still in the building. And Eric, please do not start with this nonsense, okay? Because I did push back the time to 12:30, so I was actually on time because it took longer than I thought it was going to take. So thank you. What you got to say now, bro? Anyway, guys, so it's so crazy because Lamar is he's alive. I'm gonna talk about that too because we definitely gotta talk about that. Hey, Janky Joystick Gaming. Wow, that's a lot, baby. Janky Joystick Gaming. That's almost like a little tongue twister. I kind of like it though. Happy New Year. And hi, Michelle Wadler. So Janky says, about time something was on TV worth watching, right? Come on. Wait, are you Big Smooth? No, you're not Big Smooth, Janky, are you? Okay, let's get into this, guys. All right, so the episode, it starts off with we're going back into time. We're going back into I'm sorry, not back into time, but from here, it's more of the future from the show, right? Because in the show, we went back to the 80s, but now we're in 2005 in St. Louis, Missouri. So we see that T is on the phone and he's telling, I guess, his girl, because he's like, all right, baby, or whatever. So he's telling his girl that the feds done scooped up Meech and they almost got him at the hotel, but he got away. Then he says that he had to come back to the house to get the money. So, of course, I can't help that if he never came back to the house to get the freaking money, this situation would not have happened, right? He wouldn't have got scooped up because he was supposed to meet his woman at the border. So it really looks like it was a close call for him where he actually probably would have got away. But to sit down and try to have a last meal with your guys was like, that was not the best thing, but they was already on them. So either way, it probably would have happened anyway. You know what I'm saying, guys? It was just going to happen. It was his time, right? So, as he's having dinner with his 263 family, the feds come. We see, I forgot this actress. I think her name is Leslie something, but he's like, yo, who's this black bee and this and that, you know? So I don't know if they're going to, like, as time goes by, the series goes along, if they're going to actually show her role a little bit more, because for some reason, for him to say, who is this black bee, it kind of made me feel like maybe there's more to her character, you know, in her and the role that she played in getting them getting them locked up. So we see that Detective Bryant, like after 20 freaking years, this guy is still all up in Meech and T's business, and he finally, I guess it was like his career bust. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what some of the detectives call it and the cops call it. It's like a career bust when it's something that happens, like they've been following the situation for years, you know, like Al Capone or anyone, any big like big name criminal or something like that, big time criminal. Those are like career bust, I believe. So anyway. So let me say hello to a few more people before we move on. Hey, Art Love. Happy New Year. And Jeremiah and Lamar. Hi, Lamar Spencer and Tina and Patty. Oh, so Janky Joystick Gaming. That's my man's Big Smooth. Hey, AG. I think I think you said yep to that. All right. So thank you guys for being here. So let's talk. Okay. Let's finish talking. So now we get back to the late 1980s and we're in Las Vegas. So we see that Meech is before I go on, somebody said something. One of the cops said, I think it was Detective Bryant, either Detective Bryant or this lady right here was like, yeah, you and Meech about to get that reunion that y'all wanted so bad. So we know clearly that this is probably during the time that him and his brother wasn't seeing eye to eye. So, because he did mention at the dinner table that, you know, he knows more about basically kind of like separation from family and letting stuff get in between family and all that. He knows about it more than anybody. So them talking about the reunion, obviously these brothers have been separated for quite some time. All right, so now like I said, we get back to the late 1980s in Las Vegas, and we see that Meech is still doing him, right? Also, I've also forgot to mention that this season it looks like it's gonna be T narrating the story, which is pretty cool because we do need to hear his side of the story as well. I did hear that they were probably gonna do that, or some people may have speculated that that's what they were gonna do, and I'm glad that they're doing it. Okay, so here we are, and Meech is in Vegas, and he's trying to get back home with weight strapped to his stomach. All right, he's still in the game. He ain't gave up. So this guy right here named Earl is trying to school Meech, and he letting him know that he ain't really make it if he ain't out here in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Because they out here flexing and running the world. Like once you come out here, that's when you made it. All right. So next we have Charles and Lucille, and she's pretty much tired, guys. We can see like they're having like lunch together, but they can't afford the food so much to the point where they're not even having a dinner or a lunch or whatever. They having a donut, splitting a donut. They must have bought 2 donuts or something, and I guess, or 3 donuts or whatever. And I guess she got pissed off because he ate the last one or something like that. But she's mad. Oh, it's Leslie Jones. Thank you, our love. So she's mad because she's like, you didn't even ask me if I wanted it. And so she's over there kind of looking at this other couple, and they got a nice they dressed nice. They got this hefty meal in front of them and everything. And she's like, that should have been us, and I'm like, okay, it could, coulda, woulda, shoulda, but I don't know what happened in their lives where they didn't. That's my ice. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what happened in their lives that it didn't happen for them. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it was the fact that they had children, but when you kind of listen to the documentary, it was like they were always broke, so I don't understand what she means by that could have been us if y'all never were really on your way to anything, anyway, guys. So she's not, it also seems like she's just kind of through with him now, like the fact that he's the man in the family, and he's not really providing as much, even though she has a job as well. She's trying to help, keep ends meeting. It's still not enough, and looks like it's starting to turn her off from him, and she's resenting him. That's what it's looking like. So we definitely have trouble in paradise, and I hate to see this because honestly, one thing that I did always love about Meech and Terry's family, from what I've seen from the show, was that they seemed like at least their family dynamic was like it has so much love, so to see that is about to crumble is very disappointing to me. All right, so let's see what else we got. Oh, so he was like, don't worry about it, babe. Once we get the sedan service going, I'm gonna take you to Carl's Chop House and we gonna eat and all of that, right? And she was like, okay. Like she is not here for it anymore. Like I'm not the little young chick that you could tell anything, and I'm older now, and I just, certain things just ain't gonna fly. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired of living a certain way. After a certain time in your life, you just be like, no. Okay, so next Bryant he gets a new partner named Veronica Jen, and he ain't trying to babysit nobody new, right? That's what he think this is the new detective, but the commander tells him that Detective Jen is a highly recommended hard charger vet. Okay, we're gonna talk a little more about this new chick Jen later on. All right, so next, Meech and Terry, they're at the same basketball game, and they still not talking to each other. Well, at least Meech, he ain't really talking to him, because Terry, he tried to say hi, what up though and all that, and he ain't say a daggone thing to him. He just was looking at him like, man, I ain't got nothing to say to you. And here's my thing though. Okay, fine, Meech, you want to be petty and all that, like that's your brother. He doesn't want to be in the game with you anymore. Come on now, you acting stupid, right? So my thing is, why didn't B Mickey say hello to him? I had to rewind it to see. I don't know if y'all gonna tell me that he said hi to this man. I rewinded this thing a few times. I did not see B Mickey open his mouth. I didn't see him put out a hand. I didn't see none of that. So maybe I missed something if y'all saw it, because I didn't see nothing. So my thing is, why? I always said since the first season that he was always jealous of T. And that's where my whole theory came, that he might have been the one that shot T. I just, I had to just come up with that theory because I just didn't like his whole energy around Terry. All right. But anyway, so we also see Terry, drooling over Markeisha. Markeisha done made her way to the basketball game, and she coming in sucking on her lollipop and all of that. And, he's just like, oh, frothing at the mouth, Yes, please hit the like button. All right. So we also see that K9, he kills this coach. So I heard him call him coach. So he was coaching the game or whatever. And he is, the coach is accusing K9 of rigging the game. So he wants the coach to pay him the money. And the coach is like, I'm not paying you nothing. Like, of course, like, how you out here basically rigging the game and you gonna get mad because somebody said they're not gonna pay you. So he takes out his gun and he shoots this man point blank range in the head, which was crazy. Meech just standing there like, what the heck is wrong with you? I don't remember who pulled up, but I think it was one of the 50 boys pulled up like, yo, get in the car, let's go. Shoot, heck is wrong with you? Okay, so now, guys, we have Wanda, and she's back home. She done came back home out of nowhere with the baby. And when Terry comes through the door, he is not too thrilled to see her, but he happy to see his little man, happy that they're back. And you see that Wanda feels some type of way because Terry did not even hug her or nothing. And the mom is telling her, oh, just be patient. Just be patient. It's going to be okay, right? So next we have Meech meeting up with K9 because he has a steady supply with the Colombian Connect and he wants to do business, right? But K9 tells him that it's not about money all the time, and people get ahead in this business off of the bonds they make built on honesty and loyalty. Like, is this dude is he freaking delirious? Like, he just rigged a game and talking about people get ahead in this business off of honesty and loyalty. Like we were talking about earlier during Brillo's live, how long is this dude K9 gonna last? Clearly he ain't gonna last long because he can't even play by his own rules. And that's one thing, if y'all watch me when I talk about any of these characters that don't play by their own rules, I always hate those kind of characters. I think they have a few of them in Power Book 2 or maybe even in book 4. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but it's somewhere around. I just cannot stand the people that don't play by their own rules. It really irks me. All right. But anyway, so let's see what else we got. So Big L comes through and she's kind of like flirting with this guy, with K9. And I'm like, girl, why the heck are you flirting right in front of his girl? Like, we see his girl is at the table and you over here flirting over here. Like, what is up with you? So anyway, I'm sorry, guys, but I can't, like, after I saw what happened to her later on in this episode, I could not help but to look at her lips in this scene when I went back to take my screenshots. I couldn't help it. I mean, because they did a good job. Like, they had the same color lipstick and everything with the lips and all of that. Yo, this is a shame. Anyway, so let me just see what you guys are talking about before I move on, as I'm kind of moving through a little fast. Hey, JT and LSW. LSW says that he worked for a car factory plant, so I don't understand why he's broke. And you know what, LSW, I was thinking that because I was looking at his like his uniform and stuff, and I'm like, well, what does he do? Like, why are they so broke? Because it said GM on it, and I'm like, aren't they supposed to make a nice little penny? So I was very, very I was very confused by that. But I did start to watch the documentary, and I did hear that by the time Meech's family came to Detroit, they were like, the phrase that they used was the party was over. So that Detroit was a city that was flourishing and all of this stuff. But by the time his family came, it wasn't like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? It kind of had gone down. So maybe that's what it was, even like the fact that it was like a motor city and stuff like that. all of that was going too. The car businesses moved and all of that. So let's see what you talking about, Janky. Boss babes move like grasshoppers. Yeah, I believe this. Eric, he's a narcissist. Narcissists don't believe in like seeing themselves. Like they don't see when they're wrong about something. Like they only want to play by their own rules. So yeah, I could definitely see that. They'll talk trash and they'll get upset about somebody doing something that they actually do. So yeah. All right. So let me just make sure that I'm still on the right track. Hey, Brillo. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so let's see where we at. Okay, guys, so here we go, honey. This woman tried to get, I'm sorry, not this woman. Charles, he tried to get some, yo. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not trying to get y'all in my business, but like when she looked up at that time, I was like, girl, tell me about it. Ain't that the truth though? Like, it really depends on the time. Like, we don't have enough time. I got to get up for work in the morning. Why are you trying to bother me when I only have 3 hours of sleep? Like, what are you doing? I just don't understand you men. That's right. I'm coming after y'all. I don't understand you men waking up in the middle of the night out of your sleep, turning around, okay, and trying to get some, okay, and then gonna have the nerve, child, to last longer than, you know what, that's enough, y'all, that's enough. Anyway, let me get yeah, see, Mike, that's what I'm talking about. See, I just stopped what I was about to say. He said he only needed 5 to 7 minutes, but see, I just was about to say, then have during this time when you wish it was about 5 to 7 minutes, it be going a little longer sometimes. You'd be like, oh my freaking gosh. Oh, anyway, I'm probably making too much noise. Yeah, she like me. I need my sleep. She was like, I'll get you another time, baby. Go to sleep. And he did say, I ain't had in 3 weeks, girl. Shoot. Talking about. Anyway, let me move on from here. It's definitely trouble in paradise, guys. Definitely trouble in paradise. I feel bad because honestly, after she rejected him, it showed, the camera zoomed in on both of their faces. So it's kind of like, it's not really about the time, and it's not really about, it's not really about the time. Really, honestly, there's something more going on with Miss Lucille. And he's very troubled because he can feel, this is how I'm reading it. The camera zoomed in on him, and I'm saying that I feel like that to me is showing that he could feel the disconnect between his wife and how she's acting with him. If y'all go back to season 1, she was, she was ready to get it in with her man, ready to get it in, but it didn't, now she's like, nah. So he could feel the disconnect. When the camera zooms in on her face, we see that she is just like, I'm sorry, I'm not in the mood. And even though I just told you that, I'll get you another time, that was just, you could get the heck away from me. Okay. All right, so y'all too much in these comments right now. Eric, thank you for the super chat. My man ain't had none in 3 weeks. Shake my head, that's a crime. Okay. I don't know what you doing that for, Mike. All right, so Janky says you ain't got 3.5 minutes. He only needed 5 minutes. She threw that ill, get you some other, I'll get you some other time. Oh, you said, what's that, a line or something you talking about, JT? Y'all should be do fine. What is happening here? You guys it's too late, guys. I can't read some of y'all stuff. Lucille should have just rolled over and just moved a little. I guess so, but see, I think what it is with her is that it's not even about that at this point. And hi, Savannah. I don't think it's about that at this point, guys. I think it's more like she just don't want to. I feel like she's turned off by him, to be honest. Because you're right. Just move some things over. and let it slide, you know, but I believe that alone. She ain't trying to do that. She don't want none, okay? So now we have this scene right here I wanted to talk about a little bit, where Detective Bryant, he has a son, and his son, we could see that, you know, he's into like this little superhero guy, and because he's getting bullied at school, so he has the superhero on his shirt. He feels a little better with the fact that he's wearing it and all of this stuff. And so I'm sorry. Sometimes I'll be laughing mid sentence because y'all just be still making me laugh while I'm trying to read. All right. So but I wanted to talk about this real quick because I do like when they show us the cops' lives. You know, like instead of just seeing them chasing after the protagonist in the story, we kind of also see that, you know, we see their lives as well. We see the other side of them. We see, like, this is a parent, so he's a single dad, and in custody, I guess there must have been a custody battle with his ex-wife or the boy's mother, and now he is with he has his son. Okay, so why should he be on the horrible father list? Why? What did he do? I haven't even seen anything yet. We shall see, Brillo, but I don't think so. We shall see. I feel like he might be a good dad. But I'm afraid, I don't know what to think about us seeing that he has a son, right? So I'm wondering if something is going to happen to his son. That's why I wanted to bring this up, because, you know, we hear that he's being bullied at school, and I just want to know what this story is going to have for us. Like what's going to be the follow-up. What are we going to get after this? Because it's not for no reason that they showed us that he has a son. So that's all I want to talk about right there. Okay. Let me see. Mike said Brillo hating already. Eric says Lamar, the first character to turn his own water back on. I like that one. Art Love, he trying to crush his son's dreams. Well, I mean, I don't know. The kid looks like Dookie from season 4 of The Wire. That shirt was fire. Yeah, I do kind of feel like he should have been a little more supportive when it came to his son's his stuff, but you know, we still need a little more time before we put him on the bad dad list. I don't think he's a bad dad. He let him keep the shirt on, you know what I'm saying? But who knows why? The freak is, I don't know why he would tell him not to have that. But let's move on from this guy. All right, so 12th Street comes to this little this shop, the record store, whatever, to meet with the 50 boys, right? Because Meech called the meeting. But before Meech gets there, guys, they start fighting Dink and this big dude. Yo, Dink was not, no, he didn't knock him out. He's too big. But he gave him a nice punch, right? But then I think that big dude started tearing his behind. Oh, but one thing I like is that they kind of just stood around and let them fight. It was getting kind of, it seemed like it might have been getting a little brutal though, with the big dude on Dink like that. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, Brillo, Dink definitely got hard. But he told him, look, next time I see you, it might be a bullet, you know. But anyway, so Meech comes in and he's like, yo, like, I didn't call y'all here for this. And so he's like, he's telling them that we can start combining our resources, you know. Let's do our let's come together, because I want us to combine our resources, because, you know, we're trying to, Lamar is gone now and all of this stuff, but, you know, right now it's not a good idea. All this sounds like it's an idea, right? But for them, it ain't good, because all it is talk. You know, he don't got nothing to offer. He don't got nothing to show for it. So they just like, nah, we ain't coming. Listen, if you not coming back, what's this guy? I forgot his name. The one that kind of took over for Lamar. I knew his name, guys. The one that is face to face. He seems like he's the leader of the 12th Street Boys right now. And he took over for Lamar. I totally forgot his name, but he's saying, look, if you do not have anything to offer us next time, we're not coming back. Like, you know, because you just a big talker. I forgot the exact words that he said, but I wish I would have kept it, but I didn't. Oh, thank you, Savannah, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Love you. And thank you for the compliment. Yes, I definitely had to get my hair done. It's been a very long time, honey, No, not K, not tiny. I think it's tiny. Yes, tiny. Thank you, Jinky. All right, so let's move on, guys. So we see Meech. He does have it's a good idea, but you got to show. Like, I need you to show us what you got, what you working with, and he ain't working with nothing right now. Okay. So after the crew leaves 12th Street, B Mickey, he asks Meech like, "Yo, how the heck am I supposed to know what's going on if you never tell me anything, right?" And in a way, like, this is two-part. I feel two ways about this. The first thing is that this is true what he's saying, because it could have been a whole nother situation up in there between the 50 boys and 12th Street, right? Because he could have killed one of the 12th Street dudes. They came in, you saw them drawing guns on each other and everything. I mean, I guess a part of the situation, it didn't go that far because they know that they work together. But it is true that all of that, none of that would have happened. Dink and Big Boy wouldn't have fought if Meech would have just told B Mick what to expect, right? I invited them here. I told them to come down. The second thought that I have towards this situation is that he just wants information to go back and tell to Detective Bryant. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. He's a snitch. Sorry. Anyway, so this part right here, guys, when Meech goes to see his mom, he's like, "I had a bad day and I just knew you would put a smile on my face." It just touched my heart. Anytime, honestly, I really love their relationship because she loves her boy, and he is always he turns into something totally different when he's with his mom and he's talking to his mother. So I always I'm always ready to just melt when I see them interact together. I think somebody was saying something about, I think it was Detroit Kings on Brillo's channel, was saying that how little Meech's acting wasn't so great last season. It seems to be better this season. I definitely see what he's talking about, but I feel like even last season, every time he did the scenes with his mom, I thought he did very well. Like when he did the scenes with Lucille, I felt like he always did really well with these scenes. So I don't know if he pulls from his own relationship with his mother, but I just love it. So anyway, she wants him to come to Sunday night dinner, and he's like, "What about Pops? Like, I don't want to disrespect him. It's his home. Before this, I didn't understand that, but I understand now, And she's like, "You need to just make sure you get here." He tries to give her some money. She doesn't take it. But I'm like, girl, I know you said you don't, want that money, but you hurting right now. No, but I don't know. I get where she's coming from as well. Like she got standards, so I totally understand. And I'm like that as well, guys, to be honest with you. Like I could tell y'all some stories about some stuff, but I cannot. And it's not my kids, it's other folks, but you just cannot, you don't want to get your hands on some stuff that came by way of breaking the law, because you just don't want to be tied to none of that. So and it doesn't last. Like I seen when my dad was doing that, I've seen everything that we owned just be gone. Like nothing lasts. I don't think we have one item from those days. Everything's gone. Anywho, hey Gemini. All right, so let's move on, guys. Okay. So now we got this. I didn't really want to talk about this. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really want to talk about it. But this freaking thirst ball is going to he goes to Markeisha, right? And she just so happens to work at the place where he needs to insure his sedan business, right? And then he goes home and he daydreams about having sex with her while he's with Wanda. Okay. So one thing I do want to mention about this scene right here with him and Wanda is that Wanda has a few plans, right? She got plans like we should start a trust fund or a college fund, I think she said, for little Terry. And I'm not doing this right now, Eric. I'm trying to talk. Anyway, I ain't want to diss her, but you know, I'm gonna answer your question after that. All right, so she has plans with, to be, to, oh, maybe we can do this and we can do that, and he's just like, girl, slow down, y'all just got back, I need some time. So I'm like, girl, he need more than a minute, baby. Okay, he does not want you anymore, but he sure was doing his thing. Like, we gonna have some fun in this bed right now while Mama and Nicole are at Bible study. We about to start over right now. Okay. All right. So Eric says, "Is it just me or does Lala suck at acting?" I think she has her moments. I'll say that. Like for instance, when she's anytime she tries to play like the sexy role and the whatever walking through, and she got a lollipop, I'm not buying that. It's just too much, right? So I'll say that part is just not really like for me. Okay. But I feel like there are some moments where she definitely does do pretty good for me. It's good enough, okay? Put it that way. But yeah, I feel like some things just like, nah, I'm not really buying it. All right. So Janky said it's not just you. Uh-oh. Yeah, doing a lot. She left Mellow for a reason. Okay, now. Mike says she ain't horrible, but she ain't good. Okay. All right, guys. So let's move on. So here's one thing that I wanted to say about the detective. And let me just lay this scene out real quick, right? So Detective Bryant and Detective Jen chase down Dink and B. Mick, right? B. Mickey gets away, but Detective Jen runs over Dink with her car, okay? And so now they got the money, right? And so the next problem that they have is that they got to figure out how they're going to cop from K9 now, all right? So my thing with this situation is when I saw this detective run over this boy with the car, I did not get good vibes from that. I felt like she is somebody who would definitely, she's not opposed to police brutality, put it that way. I don't think I'm gonna like her. I don't know. Look, the other dude that she said that it doesn't feel good to replace the dead guy, but she might mess around and be the new dead guy, okay? The dead chick, the new dead detective, because the way she is acting, she gonna hit a dude with the car. Like, yo, a car. Listen, you could go 15 miles per hour. You could go slow, and if you hit something, you can get whiplash. Okay, it's happened to me. All right, I slid. I was going slow, and I ran into like this. It was like icy, so I ran into this ramp. I got crazy whiplash from that. I couldn't believe it, and I was probably going I was definitely going less than 10, definitely. Anyway, so Art Love says that he hit the car. I don't know about that. That's not what I saw. So anyway, he even said this B hit me with her car. So I mean, she came out of nowhere, boom, ran right the heck into him. He flew over the car, like bounced all on the car and on the floor. And yo, McLovin High said she thought it was a speed bump. Okay, we're gonna see what kind of cop she is, guys. We're gonna see what kind of detective she is. But for her to do that, it tells me she's not all good. She's not a good one. She's one of those people that she doesn't have any. She don't treat them like, when people, they go to jail, they get treated like animals. That's how she treats these guys. She don't treat them like nothing, basically. She don't treat them like they matter, I guess. Hey, they don't care once they criminals. So this guy goes and he brings her some orchids, tea. He brings Markeisha some orchids to replace the ones that was dying or whatever that she had. And she flashes her ring like, bro, I am married. Get up out of here. I'm not interested. He's like, ouch. Like, okay, whatever. Stop. So then he goes home and he gives them to Wanda. Just a real ninjas ain't ish moment, okay? And I'm not saying all, guys. I'm just saying this is one of those moments. Niggas ain't ish moment, okay? Let me just have that one. Okay, now so and listen, on Brillo's channel, they was all for it. All for it. Yeah, it was dirt. It was a dirtbag move. Thank you, Janky. Thank you. Let's be. Can we be honest? It was a dirt bag move. Eric, stop. You can't let the flowers go to waste, Miss K. Okay, no, don't let the flowers go to waste. But just I made the comment before. Just go give them to your mom, or just say, hey, mom, I just want to put these on the thing, or don't even give them to her. Just place them on the table. So that this way you say, I just got those for the house. I didn't really give it to your mother. I didn't really give it to mom because I didn't buy them for mom. So don't give them to mom either because you ain't buy them for her. That's not where your heart was at when you bought it. So just go home, place it on the table. Like, I just thought these would be cute for the house or whatever, even though that's not something that guys do, but whatever. Make it up. You already making up stuff trying to act like you gave these flowers to Wanda. Freaking garbage. All right, so listen, guys. Meech, he uses his gift of gab to get 20 bricks from K9. First, he wanted 10, right? But see, K9 was like, well, why not raise it up to 20? It's like he's trying to make Meech fail. You know what I'm saying? This dude is itching to kill somebody. That's how I feel about K9. Okay. He's like, all right. But then this is what happens after that, right? Because Meech is like, okay, sure. I bet you I could do that, right? So K9 gives him a warning gift not to cross him. And that's when he hands him a box with Big L's lips. Ugh, look at that meat coming from the bottom, guys. That looks so freaking disgusting, yo. Ugh. So he's basically telling her, he's told Meech that she had a big mouth. So I took care of that. And my thing is, what do you mean she had a big mouth? I doubt if she was a snitch. Maybe she was also someone that said that she could do this and she could do that. She could offer him this and offer him that, and then she didn't come through or something like that. I don't know, because it just seemed very out of character for him to say that she had a big mouth. She just seemed very discreet. You saw how she was when she wanted to meet up with T and all of that. She didn't like the fact that Meech was flashy, so she decided to work with T instead. She seemed like she was very careful. So the stuff that he was saying to say that she had a big mouth, I honestly don't feel like we can trust what he says, to be honest. Can we say that? I don't think we can trust what he says because he's a psychopath. And it's really more like his way or the dead way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't do it the way if I feel, look, you may not have really crossed him, but if he feel like you crossed him, even though he just cheated, he gonna kill you. So he has to go. He has to go. I gave my little prediction on Brillo's channel that I feel like, I wouldn't be surprised if Lamar was the one who woke up and freaking came after him first because he wanted to come. The best way to injure and come after the money for Meech right now and BMF is to kill the connect, right? Or supply, whatever. So there we go. Kill this dude, K9. Simple as that. Two crazies going at it. I don't mind to see that, Let's get it. All right. Now, so he said, listen, if you don't give me my money, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your brother. And I'm going to kill them two black ninjas I saw you with at the game. Okay. That's what's going to happen. This guy, he killing people by association. Like, let's mess around. He probably done killed, what's her name? Big L, just because he found out that she almost had some type of negotiation going on with T or me, like anything. This guy probably used any excuse to kill this lady and rip the daggone lips off. Who freaking knows? I don't know, guys. I cannot. He did that to L. I'm like, sheesh. Yeah, like, what in the world? I don't know. Like, this is crazy. We may get Lamar versus K9 battle of the crazy. Right. See, okay, we here with it, right? Definitely battle of the crazies. It's insane. Okay, so let's move on, guys. So, Meech thought he was getting a nice little gift, honey. Everybody else had the Rolexes and everything. He thought he was getting a nice gift. Like, I don't know what to say. Look at his face. You cannot say anything right now. How about that? You don't know what to say? Yeah, don't say nothing. Shoot, get my money. But like I said, I feel like he tried to set him up for failure already by giving him 20. This dude came and asked you for 10. Why would you offer him 20? And he doesn't have any money. Like, he didn't pay him nothing. So it's like, you just, I already said it. He itching to kill somebody. That's all, guys. Anyway, let's move on. So, now we got Meech, and he's going to, he calls the sedan service, and he gets picked up by T. And he's like, I'm a paying customer and all of that stuff. But, T kind of wanted him to get the heck out of the car and all that. But, I kind of felt annoyed at T. I'm sorry, guys, my phone. I'm going to have to, hold on one second. Sorry. I'm going to have to put this on. So, T, it's kind of, I was annoyed with Meech, actually, because I just kind of feel like he was trying to clown and everything, like, laughing and everything about, counting up all the money and everything. So I was just like, get out of here. Like, how are you coming in making fun of somebody for making an honest living? Like, you're a clown for that. All right. But anyway, so he tells T that they finally got a steady supply with K9. I need you to come back and work with me. Like, why are you doing this stuff? Like, do you really want to do it, or is it dad's dream and all of this? And T is like, listen, I told you that I'm out of the game. I'm making an honest living and all that. Right. T also tells him that, he's like, yo, you mean to tell me that you made some type of deal with K9, the same dude who killed someone over a basketball game? Like, what the heck do you think that he's going to do to us if we screw up? Like, get the heck out. So that's the thing that I do like about T. I love the fact that I feel like he thinks way smarter than Meech does. Meech, he knows how to get this money. He knows how to, put things together so that the money flow can come, right? But it's like everything, he's not thinking of everything, right? The dangers and all of that. But I kind of feel like T always takes into account the consequences and the possible hazards of the job, basically. And I feel like, Meech doesn't do that. I was watching the documentary, I think last night, and it was just talking about how he just wasn't really, I guess he was just kind of fearless, I guess. So yeah, maybe that's the reason why. Like, it wasn't about none of that. Like, I'm just trying to get this money out here, and I'm not running from nobody. I'm not scared of nobody. Like, he just, that's just how he was. All right. So anyway, yeah, get up out of my car and all of that. So now, young lady over here, what's her name? She gets smacked, guys. She gets slapped, and she got what she deserved, honey. This was another moment that I had to share with Miss Lucille. Like, girl, I understand. I feel you. Like, why every time I say something to you, you got something to say? Shut your freaking mouth. Okay? Goodness gracious. These little girls know how to chat, honey. So, she slaps the taste out of her freaking mouth, or what I would like to call slaps fire, right out of her freaking mouth. Shut up and go take that makeup off, or whatever the heck you have on your lips. Get the heck out of here. So, listen, you see this lady in the back with this dress on and the cleavage hanging out, honey, and the freaking, let me see what else. Oh, the zebra print and all that. Like, child, I was trying to figure out what the heck she was doing here. Okay. What are you doing here during Sunday dinner? I'm not feeling her presence, guys. And to be honest, the fact that Mama over here, Mama Lucille, ain't give Mr. Charles none, got me feeling like him and this lady in the back is going to get it on. And I am not excited about that, but that is one of my predictions. I think they're going to get it on. And, I was watching the once again, I'm gonna tell you again, I was watching the BMF thing last night because honestly, I never watched it before, but it came on right after the episode, right? So I really just was just sitting there and listening, like, oh, this is cool. And plus the episodes are kind of short, so I was just like making my way through. And I didn't know that in real life they got a divorce. So I was like, oh man, I was so disappointed because, like I told you guys, I really like the dynamic of their family. It's a wholesome family. They may not have money, but they got love and they got structure and morals and everything. So, I was very disappointed to see that they actually got a divorce. And it was really because Miss Lucille was real tired of struggling. Like, I'm tired of the struggle. I don't really agree with that being a reason for divorce, but hey, sometimes that happens. Anyway, so she was tired, guys, and I feel like this situation, like, they do fabricate some things. So I think what they're gonna do, how they're gonna spin it to make it, instead of going exactly by the book and what happened in real life, I think what they're going to do is they're going to have Mr. Charles have an affair with this lady right here who shouldn't be at the dinner table, honey. Like, I don't even understand it. Why is you here? Okay. So, there you go. And then that's probably what's going to cause them the divorce. Okay. All right. That's what I got to say about that. Let me see what y'all talking about, guys. Hey, your queen. She's the neighbor. Lucille asked her over. She is in one episode so far. I looked at her. Oh, in one episode. Oh, okay. Well, one thing I don't like to do is to look up the episodes to see what's going on, because I'm not really into the spoiler stuff. So I don't really like go that far as to look who's going to be in this episode, that episode, because I just kind of feel like it just ruins the suspense and all of that for me. So, she said her name is Miss Mabel. Okay. She on edge because she ain't had none in 3 weeks. Hey, you never know. So we'll see what happens, guys. I may be wrong, but I'm going to stick to that little prediction right there. All right. So let's move on. Next, we find out that Lamar is freaking alive. And I was jumping up and down because, honey, I had all kinds of... I was already thinking that he is probably alive, because it was just like, why kill this character off? That is what I have to say about that. I do have a little receipt video to play for y'all. It's only like a minute and some change. I'm not going to do that yet, though. So, yeah, we find out that there's no changes, and that Detective, what's his name? Detective Bryant has been keeping him alive because, he wants him to talk. He wants him. I mean, he hasn't been keeping him alive. I'm sorry. He wants to keep him alive so that he can talk and tell who shot him, right? But also, he's saying that he's deceased so that he can be protected, right? Under an alias and all of that stuff. Okay. All right. So we also have that Meech does not show up for dinner. Okay. And so, because he's having his own gathering. Okay. He's having his own gathering. Look, he got his own meal going on, his own dinner, his own Sunday dinner. Like, Meech, why you do that though? I understand that you wanted to have your little meeting and everything because things about to change, but come on, guys. I mean, come on, Meech. Sheesh, you could have been there for your mom. So look, he's having his own gathering, like I said, with the 50 boys and the 12th Street boys, and he's letting them know that they just got 20 keys from a new plug, and from now on, we BMF. Okay, if you ready to do this, you ready to get this money, stand up, raise some glasses, all of the above. Okay, so that's that, guys. All right, so now we get to this scene where he overhears that Lucille was behind Wanda leaving with the baby. So now he's over here cursing and all of this. There's nobody that I can trust and all of that. And I can't trust nobody in this house, blah, blah, blah. And for me, look, I get it, but I feel like I don't really like this. Is some overreacting to me. Like, dude, you want to get out the game or you don't want to get out the game? Because to me, the only reason why you're really mad is because you don't really want to get out the game. Like, that's how I feel about it. I mean, like, you must be really, really confused, because why is it such a bad thing that somebody took some type of action, like that you kind of got like an ultimatum or something like that to get your life together so you could keep your family? Why the heck is that such a bad thing? So you can do the right thing and make sure that you're there and alive for your child. Because at the end of the day, look what happened. Yeah, they were out for years though, but then they also spent a lot of years away from their children. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you wasn't down for keeping things clean and making sure that you were with your family and everything. It was just stupid to me. Like him just having this whole attitude. I can't trust nobody. All right, whatever. That's because you really do want to be in the game, and that's why Meech keeps coming after you. Talking about some, he said to be Mickey, oh, if he want to be an L7, then let him. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let me see what y'all talking about. Lamar got 9 lies. You thank you, your queen. Yes, please hit the like button. Eric Iverson says, Alexa, play You Can't Stop. Ready or not, here I come. Yes. He's respecting his dad. Meanwhile, wait a minute. Meanwhile, pump faking on your brother and your baby mama. They didn't do it the right way. I understand why he was mad. Oh, yeah. I want to see Markeisha versus Lawanda. Yeah. And I'm sure you and Moochie want to see that. I know it. I mean, I get it, Brillo, right? It's the fact that it was something that was done behind his back, this and that, whatever, but the way he acting, like it's some real, I don't know, whatever. He acting like he was really betrayed. Like, shut up. Whatever. Anyway, so guys, also Detective Bryant goes to be Mickey's house. Like he lets himself in this guy's house. Okay. And he's like, yo, I want some information. Like, why the heck haven't I gotten my information? So the only thing that he really has is that Meech is still doing his thing, and Terry's out. Like, he doesn't have anything else right now. So, he's just like, you better come up with something or else you definitely gonna be going to jail for murder. All right. Hey, DeMarcus. What's good, Miss K? Once Lamar hit the streets, if he see Lucille at Wendy's, he will get revenge for me chewing him. Oh my gosh, don't say that. Oh gosh, DeMarcus, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining. And Gemini says he may officially become B Snitchy. Right, definitely he's gonna be B Snitchy for real. Okay, totally. And the fact that, listen, he was going through his stuff. Detective Bryant was going through his things, found the picture of what was her name? Kato. And it's a hot mess, So guys, I definitely think he's gonna be snitching. Like, do you think he's gonna go to the point where he might wear a wire, or do you think he would just set him up? Do you think that he would even last? Here's a question for y'all. Do you think that B Mickey will last long enough to be behind them getting caught up later on after all those years? Or do you think he'll probably be killed first? That's the question that I have for y'all. I wish I knew how to do that whole poll thing, because I would have had that as a question in my poll. But sometimes my questions be coming out of nowhere, But guys, here's the end. Once we got to the hospital and we saw him again, you knew what time it was. You knew that this dude was awake. Okay. You knew he was awake. You knew he was about to wake up. Him and him, he gonna get a colostomy bag and all that. Your queen says, no wire. Okay. Yeah. Something that will help set them up though. I kind of see that as well. No wire, because I think that's too it's too risky, but I could see something where he's gonna be setting something up, like, they're gonna be picking up a package or something like that. Who knows? DeMarcus says that B Mickey's water bill is due this season. Oh, maybe not, never know. They are not hard as they protest because they can't Jeep Lamar, they can't keep his water off. No, they can't. Hey, the homie, love you too. All right, guys. So here's the thing. So now it's time to show you guys my my little receipt about my thoughts toward Lamar. So this is a clip from Last year, me and my son were, I don't know how many episodes of BMF we did together, but I think I just had him do the season finale with me. So we were talking, we were, doing a review for the season finale, the recap. And then we started discussing a theory about why Lamar would possibly be alive. So I'm going to share it with you guys really quick, and I hope you guys could hear it. I'm going to take this back. This moment where Meech is saying, I'm going to watch you suffer. First, he said to Lamar, did you shoot my brother? And of course, he didn't say nothing. And that's when we see the scene with Kato and B. Mickey. When the sirens come, Meech did not finish Lamar off. So now back to your statement about 50 is smarter than that, right? So is Lamar dead? And he got shot in a certain spot where it's not necessarily fatal. He could suffer, he could bleed out, but it depends on where the bullet went and all that stuff, right? But he didn't get shot in the chest, he didn't get shot in the head. I mean, it's a very strong possibility that he could have lived. He did not give him a final shot to the head or a final kill shot, basically, right? And I think that was stupid for Meech, but at the same time, hey, I wouldn't mind at this point if Lamar comes back, because I am wondering who's going to be the next villain.
Right.
Who's going to be the next villain. But when we get to this other scene with B. Mickey and Bryant, which I'm going to talk about, but I'm kind of jumping ahead. Bryant does say that Lamar is dead. All right. So can we still say or theorize that Lamar is alive? Who knows? Right? Only time will tell. Yep. Only time will tell. And now we know. So there you go, guys. We were theorizing. We were thinking about this from the gates. Like the moment it happened, basically, we was thinking like, yo, I don't think that they just gonna kill this guy off like that. I just did not see it. I was like, nah, they're not gonna kill him, because he just became this character that was just so freaking interesting. Like there's no way. So who's gonna be the next villain? But now, like somebody said, we know now who the next villain is gonna be, and that's K9. But now we need somebody to take care of K9, because listen, K9 is a problem that you can't have somebody like him around. Somebody like him that just kill on the fly because I can't. I don't even know what else to say about this guy. He kills because, listen, he might mess around and kill the waiter for coming out and freaking making a mistake and putting salt on some daggone fries or something like that, honey. Like, I don't know. And he might not have even asked. He probably forgot to ask, give me some fries without the salt. But because he just didn't want it, and it was his fault anyway that he got the fries with the salt, he gonna kill the daggone waiter because he's crazy. And when you have somebody like that, a character like that, you have to get rid of them, because you can't function with somebody like that. You just can't. So that's why I feel like Lamar is definitely back to play that role. Like, yeah, we do have a new villain while I'm up in the bed healing, okay, and making sure that, making sure that the water company is coming to restore, you know what I'm saying? Coming to restore my services. Y'all could have fun with that villain out there, but I'm coming for all of y'all, including him, because he's in my way as well. Okay. So that's basically that, y'all. I really appreciate you guys all being here with me. You guys are so awesome, and I love you guys. Let me see. You said you have a prediction, Janky? We're going to come to find out that K9 is Lamar's little brother. Interesting. Well, Miss K, people will really say that Ghost isn't dead now that Lamar is. Yeah, people really will. But listen, I respect the fact that they actually went with this. All right. True. with Lamar, because with Ghost, they playing around. They probably, I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, Lamar is still alive in real life, we know, which is the reason why it would have made more sense to not kill him too. You know what I'm saying? But another thing that I was saying was that was like a safe kill for Meech's character, because Lamar is really alive. Like if Lamar was dead in real life and they would have had Meech kill him for real, they wouldn't put that in the story. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not trying to do anything to implicate him. So it would be a fictional character. If Meech catches a body, if he does happen to catch another body, which he didn't even catch this one, but if he happens to catch another body, it's either going to be a character who's alive today, or a fake person, a fictional character, because they're not trying to do nothing that's going to get Big Meech into further trouble. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know. All right. Hey, the homie, thank you. Lamar is alive in real life. We know how this ends. Right. But once again, it doesn't matter how it ends, because remember, they are telling, they're dramatizing a lot of stuff. So it doesn't matter. They're dramatizing a lot of things for us. So we are allowed to theorize, which I'm happy about, because before, I'm telling you, last year, people could not let it go that, oh, this is what happened in real life. Oh, this one didn't do this in real life. This one. I don't want to hear about what somebody did in real life. I don't want to hear about how 10 toes down the real B Mickey was and his real name was this and that and the third. I don't want to hear about that, because guess what? The B Mickey on here is a freaking snitch. All right. There you go. He's a snitch. Yes. Thank you, your queen, supporting Mo and K's. Oh, I appreciate it. I really do. So let's see. LSW says he will have to make decisions since the cop has a gun and he can't tie it to him. Yeah. Oh, he can tie it to him. Sorry. B Mickey's gonna die this season. Not sure he will see anything through. He should kill Lamar. Lamar's still alive. Okay, yes, that is it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. I really appreciate the time once again. I hope to see you guys next week, midnight. I'm gonna try my best this time. This time I'm gonna try to get everything together earlier, but I couldn't because I had things to do. All right. LSW, have a good night. I can't wait to see Breeze on here. Stop. Thank you, you queen. Stop. If you squint, K9 looks like he could be Duda's son. Probably. All right. Your queen. Good night, Mike Conley, LSW, Savannah, Janky, the homie, J Doe, LSW. Did I say LSW again? DeMarcus, Gemini, AG, Brillo, I think that's it for now. Everybody, if you're on here and I didn't get to call out your name, I really appreciate you coming. You guys have a blessed night and a safe weekend, okay? Take care. Hope to see you Sunday with my panel. Don't forget, we're back on Sunday nights, guys. Sunday nights, 8:05. Come join us all when we talk about our favorite moments, least favorite moments, and our scratching my head moments, okay, guys? We're back with that. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.